Okay, so hi, my name is Joey, and I'm from France. And I live in Lyon in France. So that's the city, like the big black point on the map. And so that's south of Paris. That's 4 hours of Paris. That's like the third biggest city in France. So there's like 500,000 people in my city. That's a little bit what my city looks like. That's the old part of the city. And if you go on top, like to the basilica, on top of the hill, you have that view of my city. And so that's pretty fun. I hang out a lot there with my friends and everything. And that's not just old, there's some modern parts of the city. And you can go just around the city like that and just visit a little bit. That's what we do with my friends because it's really easy to go around with all public transportations and everything. And so even with my family, we go a lot in the city. And I want to talk about that festival in my city because that's once a year. And that's in December, the 8th of December. And it's just a lot of animations of light. And there's so many people and just, that's like really cool to go there at that time. And that's what it looks like. It's like all the buildings, old buildings are all lit up with things. And so that's my high school in France, which doesn't look at all like Nordhoff, but yeah, this is a really modern building and everything, so that's kind of fun. And there is a lot of people in my high school. We're 1,600 people, students in my high school, with like 200 teachers. And that's only 3 grades, because in France, the high school is only 3 grades. Like, we don't have freshmen. We only have sophomores, juniors, and seniors that we don't call the same, but another part. And so that's the Rotary districts of France. There's 18 districts in France of Rotary. Mine is 1710, and there's 51 clubs. 51 Rotary clubs in my district, and we host this year 54 exchange students from 16 different countries. A lot from South America, a lot from America actually, and some from Asia, and some from Europe too, but more like Finland, Sweden, and everything. And so my Rotary club is the Rotary Club of Saint-Exupéry. And so that's a new club that split from another club that didn't accept women in France. Still exists. So they split, and now that's really new and that's really fun. They meet on Fridays and everything. So I travel a little bit around in the US with my host family or organized by the Rotary. And that's really cool to travel here. So I've been to Lake Tahoe and the puppy preserve when all the puppies were out and everything. That was really windy, but it was beautiful to go there. And we went to Hollywood with all the exchange students. So we're like 30 exchange students south of California, the whole south of California. And we've been to a lot of places like Big Bear, Huntington Beach. We've been to San Diego. That was the YES, is a mini Ryla organized by Simi Valley, and they invited a lot of exchange students. That was kind of fun. Then I've been to the real Ryla, which was a lot of fun with 200 people. And I've been to the Women's March too. That was a lot of fun to go there with my host family. And so that was kind of cool to see all the speakers and everything and see how many people there was in LA. Not being able to move, that was not the cool part of it. And there's some differences between the US and France. And the main ones that I saw is that there's a lot of public transportations in France that you don't have here. And I take them every day to go to school and everything. We like soccer a lot. There's a lot of rain, which I don't like, but and I'm a swimmer, and what I miss the most is the indoor pools. because I don't like outdoor pools. It's so hard to swim in that. And there's a lot of roundabout, a lot of that. And the thing that is really hard for me is your way to measure things, because we use the metric system, and the and it's still hard for me to like measure things. And when people talk to me in inches, I'm like, yeah, of course, and like still confused. And there's a lot of things that we don't have in France, like Thanksgiving. We don't have all like the school spirit. Like we don't have sports at school. We have to. That's out of school. We go in clubs and everything. We don't have graduation day. We don't have football, what you call football, but we call it American football because we don't have it. We don't have electives at school. That's all math, English, French, and everything. And we don't have yearbook. We don't have those school buses that I find really cool. I really like those. And so that's a little bit what we don't have in France. We don't have a lot of things like, that's all related to school, because that's what I see, but and what I thought about, and that's a bit what I wanted to say. And yeah, and everything is smaller in France too. That's what I wanted to say too. Like our cars are smaller. Everything like the size of food that we sell and everything. Like a gallon, we don't have gallons. We have like gallons is like 3.8 liters, and the maximum size that we sell is like 2 liters. So that's kind of fun to see that. A plus is like the way we grade. Like you grade here is like A, B, C, D, F, yeah. And no, we grade on a grade from 1 to 20. That's what we do. And then like you have your grade on 20 and we don't use letters at all. So it was kind of hard for me too to feel that. And what you would consider an F, in my country, it's like really good because F is like 50% or less, or like less than 60%. How much is F? Like, when do you get an F in here? Like less than 60? Yeah, and in France, less than 60% is like good in some subjects because that's really hard. So, yeah. So, if you have any questions for me. I really enjoyed Lake Tahoe because that's beautiful up there. That was really cold though, and I don't like the cold, but but the landscapes and everything that was beautiful. I really liked Big Bear because I met a lot of people there that I still speak with, and a lot of people from Big Bear that were really fun. I like Coronado because when we went in San Diego, I like Coronado too. We listen to a lot of American music, like a lot of American music, so we don't really like French music. Yeah, yeah, hip hop and it just depends on people, but a little bit of everything. Yeah, I don't, but some people do. Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Did you like your Ryla experience, and do you have something like that?
No, we don't. I really enjoyed Ryla, and that was really fun to be split up in groups and everything. And I knew already people there, like all the exchange students, I already knew them, and so I spent a lot of time with them, which was really fun. But I met new people that I still speak with that are really fun, and I really want to visit them, which is kind of hard. But yeah, and I really liked that was like the speakers and everything. That was really inspiring. That was really fun. I didn't like all of them, but I liked a lot of them. Yeah, Linda?
Can you talk about, like, what was your schedule at Ryla? What did you do at Ryla?
We woke up really early. And then we were split up in groups a lot of time. In group of colors, there was like 7 groups. And so in the groups, we did a lot of activities like team building, just like activities to like know more people and see how people like how the world is different, how everyone's life. There was a thing called diversity. It's like they split up the group in two and ask questions, and then the group just split up in normal, like who is from a divorced family. Then the people split up and then tell about their stories. That's really touching, and that's really hard to be there, but that's really fun, and I really like that activity. And there was a lot of activities like that. We went on a rope course too, which was really fun and everything. Yeah.
Joey, what is the difference in France and here, the way social media is used? Is there a difference, or do you think it's pretty much the same?
I would think that's pretty much the same. We're not like in America. The teenagers like have a tendency to just like expose all their life, and like all the time they just take pictures of everything, even food, and we don't really do that. Like we take a lot, like we are a lot on social medias too, but we are not that in it. Like, and we use a lot. And what I like, we don't use the same social medias. Like in America, Facebook for teenagers is kind of over here. Like they don't use it that much. They use Instagram instead. And in France, we still use Facebook, and we don't use that much Instagram. So, yeah.
Since there's no extracurricular through your school, have you found, since you've been in the U.S., that there's anything particular, especially with women's influence in the arts?
Yeah.
That you become interested in?
I'm not really good at arts, but I really like ceramics. I'm in ceramics class, and I really like it. That's really fun to make things and just hang out with my friends. That's gonna help me with all because I'm in US history after that, and that's really like light and everything. Like ceramics helps me to just not be that focused all the time, and it helps me more focus and learn in US history after that. I think that's kind of what I miss, because in France, it's all focus all day, and you don't have that much time to just hang out with your friends or just like relax. Like you have to be focused, because if you miss something, you just like left over. The teacher is not going to help you because the class is too big.
What's the average class size?
We're like 35 per class, per classes and everything. Yeah.
It's a big size.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you look back at this, say you're older and you have children, would you recommend that they do the same thing? And if so, what would be the points that you would try to make to them why it would be a good thing?
About the exchange?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really strongly like recommend to go on exchange. My younger sister is going on exchange next year. She's going to Peru, which is really fun. And I really like push her to go on exchange, because I think that's really fun, because you make friends from all over the world. That really opened my mind, I think, and made me think a lot more different than when I came here. Like yeah, and I see like the world different, and I made friends from all over the world, and I have friends, especially in Europe, like in European. My group is a lot European. And so I can travel. I get to when I'm going to go back in France, I'm going to visit them, so I get to travel a little bit around in Europe. So that's cool. Yeah, but I talked to my friends, and I strongly recommend to go on exchange and everything. Yeah?
What are some stereotypical things about Americans that you found to be untrue?
Okay. In France, we really like America and everything, but we have a lot of mean stereotypes. Like, what I think is not true. Like, we say that Americans are all fat, which is that's what I thought when I came here, and that's not true. But yeah, and a lot like patriotic and everything. We're not that patriotic in France. Like about the flags, your flag, American flag is everywhere. Like I don't know if you realize that, but like in France, that's not that everywhere. Like, we don't hang our flags in our houses, and we don't have the Pledge of Allegiance in France either. We're not that patriotic, but yeah. Yeah.
Are you taking the trip at the end of your time
Yeah, I'm going on the train tour.
Are you telling us about that? I want to jump. Are you telling us about that? Because I have a couple questions.
No, but yeah, you can ask the questions, yeah.
Usually the exchange students will fundraise for that trip. Do you need funds? Do you need help for that trip, or are you okay?
I wanted to do that, and that's kind of late now because I already paid for it, like my dad paid for it already. But I wanted to do that, and then I got lazy, and so, no, but, yeah. And no, but my dad is okay. Because I told him there was going to be a trip, like, because they talked to us about that in France, like, because there's a bus trip in every district. And so my dad already knew there was going to be some money in that, so he already previewed, like he has a whole thing for me, for my exchange. So yeah, but that's really cool, like we get to travel around on the train tour. The train tour, do everyone know where do we go in the train tour? So the,
I don't think we know how long you go and where you go. I think we have some idea that it's 4 to 6 weeks and it's all around the United States.
it's not that long. No,
That's all we don't know, right?
no, we go 33 days on a train.
That's 5 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. I heard like 40. I heard 46 days, like 46. Yeah. And so we go around the U.S. We go in the major cities. All around the U.S. we go from L.A. to San Francisco, Portland, Seattle. We stop in the middle to Glacier National Park, then Chicago, Niagara Falls, Boston for the 4th of July. Then we go to New York City, Washington, D.C., New Orleans, and then we go back to L.A. And we go with, there's the Scanex. I guess everyone knows that. So we go, on the train tour, we go with all the exchange students, for Broadway exchange students from South California, Hawaii, Arizona, South Nevada, and some from Utah. And yeah, so there's going to be 39 exchange students this year. And that's going to be a lot of fun, I hope. Yeah. Yeah.
When does it leave? Going after?
Oh, it leaves the 17th of June. Leaves right after the end of school. And so I want to be here for the graduation day, like for graduation day, 16th of June, I would want to be here. But it's going to be hard because I need to be in LA 17th of June, so I don't know. I don't know about that. Because that's going to be my only experience graduation day here, like of my life. So, yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about what some of the challenges were when you first arrived and how you dealt with those? And could you also talk about your welcome or lack of welcome from your fellow students?
Okay, so the language is not that hard for me because we learn English as a second language in France pretty early. Like we start 2nd grade learning English. And so that was not that hard. That was still hard because I needed to look at people and be real focused, and I was really tired. That's really tiring to just learn and then translate all of it in your head and everything. And the welcoming of the students in Nordhof, that was kind of hard at the beginning because people didn't know I was French, because they didn't speak to me. That was I was just a new kid, and so Nordhof is from Ojai, and Ojai is really small, so everyone knows everyone since kindergarten. So that was kind of hard, but I made friends pretty quickly because I went to people, and then people started talking to me because I was the new kid and they wanted to know. And then they knew I was French, and they were like, oh, I have so many questions. They asked me questions like, is France in Paris and everything. So, like stereotypical questions like, do you eat snails all the time? Which we don't. I never eaten snails, but we do eat snails. Yeah, but it was good. Like, I have a lot of friends now at Nordhof that I really like. So that's cool. Yeah?
When do you start college? Where is college going to be, and what are you going to study?
I have still 2 more years of high school when I go back in France. Yeah, because I did my sophomore year last year, but this year doesn't count for me because it's like so different, the French like version of school and everything. So I need to go back and do my junior year in France, and then I would want to go in to be a veterinarian, or at least in medical field in college. And I wanted to go in the U.S., and then I went here, and I saw all like how expensive it is, and I'm gonna stay in France, I think, because it's like almost free in France. The college is less than 1,000 euros a year, so I'm gonna stay in France for college. I don't know where yet.
Joey, would
Yeah.
you consider moving to the US?
I want to. I wouldn't want to move to California actually. Like I really want to, but I'll see what happens in my life before I do that. Like, yeah, my dad won't move. Like I would want to ask my dad, like, yeah, let's move here. He's gonna be like, no, but but yeah, I'll consider that after college probably.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. All right.
I'd just like to say, Joey,
Yeah.
thank you for trusting us, and because I think you have to be really brave.
Yeah.
To come from a foreign country as a young person and leave your family and your friends and your food and your family time. So thank you for trusting us and for being here. We really enjoy having you here. As I was a mom, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you for hosting me here. Cause like without the Rotary Club, there's no exchange students, and that's like.
We
Yeah.
have kind of another thank you on my presentation. We weren't able to get it up today, but I have about 25 pictures of you helping us in different projects on the barbecues. And I think of all the exchange students, you have been the one that has participated the most. And thank you for that. It was wonderful.
No, I really like helping it. And everything, yeah. No, I really like helping, and I like like everything you do for the community and everything. We're not that involved in France, like the Rotary is not that involved in community, so I really like it here, and I really like helping, and all of that. So yeah, and thank you for hosting me.
Have you been in touch with Andrew Berkowitz? Because he's not in
Yeah, he's in Switzerland.
Lausanne, maybe, or someplace.
I don't know where he is in Switzerland, but my second host family was his parents, and so I saw him on FaceTime sometimes, and I said hi, but I don't know him. I'm gonna meet him at the end of the year because he's coming here. Or, yeah, he will be back, and then I'm gonna leave. So I'm gonna meet him, but yeah, I don't know him that much. Yeah.
What does your parents do for a living?
My dad is a computer engineer, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I live with my dad. Yeah. And yeah, I have 3 siblings. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. And my older brother and my older sister, my older brother is working now. He's a swim trainer, like a swimming trainer, like. And my older sister is in college to be a computer engineer too. And I have a younger sister that is 1 year younger than me. That's really hard because she's gonna go in Peru and she's gonna leave before I come back in France. So it's gonna be 2 years without seeing her. But yeah. All right.
What about the courses that you took at Nordhoff? What was valuable to you, even though it doesn't correspond with your French curriculum?
Yeah, those I learned a lot of things. I'm in human anatomy and physiology, and so I know a lot of things of the human body in English. Like I know all the bones of the body, almost like a lot of bones in English, but I don't know them in French, which is not helpful. But that's really fun to know that, and that's like really interesting. I know a lot of U.S. history now. That's really like because we don't learn the same history. We don't learn that much U.S. history in France, so that's kind of fun. Yeah. Thank you.